We're live. This is the real world, and we're having a little bit of technical difficulties with Bob's camera. So unfortunately, Bob will not be seen, but he will be heard while we're doing this broadcast. So something that we'll definitely look into for the next time when we have Bob join us, and make sure that we don't have that issue or anything like that. So in the meantime, you guys will have to deal with looking at my ugly mug the whole time. With all that said, though, welcome, Bob, to the Rowe-Thrush Solution Selling Show. This is ×2 for you. So how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm just laughing in the background because I'm sure the guys at the plant couldn't wait to see me stutter and come out and do this. And now all of a sudden, we don't get to see the guy. So anyhow, no, this is great. It's been a wonderful year for us. So I appreciate you bringing this in and getting to show off some of our great new products.
Yeah. Looking forward to talking about everything that you guys manufacture, one of which is behind me here, the shelving unit that is holding up all of our suppliers' products. Glad that we were able to use this as our backdrop here, and we'll talk a little bit about this here momentarily. But before we get into who New Age Industrial is, tell us a little bit about yourself. What is it that you do at New Age? How long have you been there? And what did you do before coming to New Age?
Oh man, I got a big history, but basically we had a grocery store, family owned. I closed that in 1999. Right after that, a company by the name of PVI hired me on. I was there with them for 9.5 years. They taught me a lot as far as about aluminum and things that I didn't know. And then New Age was gracious enough to let me come on board, and we started up a material handling division, which some of my engineers were already doing, but they needed to have some reps and some representation and stuff. And so my job was to turn around and create, how are we going to grow this line? How are we going to make it work? And quite frankly, the guys have been phenomenal. I've got 5 different engineers in there. All they do is build to order what you need. And when I say that, we're not talking 1 or 2% of what we do. I'm talking 75% of what I build or what the team builds is custom. So nobody else does that. And that's why we have been so successful in what we're doing right now. And it keeps getting better and better every year.
Tell us about New Age. They have a really cool history, especially how you guys got started there in Norton, Kansas. So please share that story.
I can give you the long version or kind of a short version, but there is quite a story behind them. I'll try and make it as quick as I can. New Age is about 54 years old. They had a customer, somebody come through Norton that had an extrusion press. The gentleman wanted to do something for Norton, Kansas, because they didn't have a lot of any building or construction available or any kind of, in that town. They got it going. They made the first tennis racket before a tennis racket was ever built. It didn't work. They did some trim around windows and doors. That didn't work, aluminum trim, because they could extrude that. Last but not least, they got into the food service just by chance because they were selling stuff to China that was like pig farrowing crates and stuff, because pig urine will not hurt aluminum. I know that sounds really weird, but that's just the way it is. So now our number one thing is the food service division. We do a lot in that side. Lady by the name of Kathy O'Shea runs that side. She does a fantastic job. And then they gave me the material handling side. Like I said, we started up, and we've been going big ever since with all the help from the guys. And I'm on 14 years now with the New Age, and we keep getting bigger and better every time. And the guys are phenomenal to work with, both in the plant, in the extruding process, the packaging, and all aspects. They care about what they do. They make sure that things are done right. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better company, and they're happy. They love working there because New Age is extremely good to everybody. All of us, we couldn't be any more thankful for what they've given us and the opportunity to do to what we're doing today.
Yeah. So regarding the history too, wasn't it a, semi truck was driving through Norton, Kansas, and the truck broke down, and they were trailering an aluminum extruder. And tell us a little bit more about that specific story. I remember it from season one, and it's just an awesome story.
No, that's exactly right. I didn't know how long you wanted me to get winded here on you, but yes, the truck it broke down, and about four of the guys, the automobile dealer and some other guys, went over and looked at it and said, "I'll tell you what, it was going to St. Joseph, Missouri, down Highway 36." And they decided, well, what is that? It's an extruder. Maybe we should start something up. I bet we can do something with it. They had no idea what they were going to do. They all got their money together and said, tell you what, you're here now. We'll get the truck fixed. You can turn around. We're going to buy this from you. You don't have to go any farther. And that's how it was all happened way back then.